Welcome back, Hive Mind. This is Shalazar with Hive Mind Gaming, coming at you with another Raid Shadow Legends beginners and free-to-play guide. We're going to take a look at dungeons today. We're going to look at the Dragon's Lair. So the first thing we want to look at is we've got the artifacts that can drop here. It's random, guys. It's going to be completely random. A piece from these sets. The sets, it can be any piece, any of the 6 pieces, and of course the higher level you go tells you what star it could possibly be. So where we're on stage 6. If we do this, we can get anywhere from a 3 to 4 piece star, and it's random what it's going to be. If there's a rare proc, then it could be a mystery shard or even an ancient shard. And then can also get bruise and silver. So let's take a look at what sets you're gonna possibly get and want to farm from here. Accuracy set is a very good set, and what that does, it's a 2-piece set with adds plus 40 accuracy. So as we spoke in other videos, accuracy is one of the best stats, or most important stats in the game, along with speed. And this is another set you can farm in this dungeon. It's a 2-piece set, and it adds plus 12% to your speed stat. And then the lifesteal set. So when you first begin the game, and you choose your beginning character, which we chose Kel, hopefully. One of the sets that you get a full 6 set of is Lifesteal. And it's a 4-piece set, and what that's going to do is when you do damage, it's going to heals by 30% of the damage dealt. So 30% of the damage you deal is going to heal your character. So as you remember, if you watched any of my other videos where Kel is in the arena and he's taken a ton of damage, he throws his big AoE out and it damages everybody and he heals right back up to full. That's why. It's because he's got life still on. The next gear set is Destroy, which every time you get this set, you're going to want to destroy it because it's horrible. Alright, so this is a 4-piece set, which is ridiculous. It decreases enemy max HP by 30% of damage dealt. Sounds really good on paper. It just not very good. It doesn't work on bosses. And to be honest, the only place it could possibly be good in is arena when you've got some jerkwad that's constantly healing his team and you can't get through his heals. As you're dealing damage to them, their total health will drop. Therefore, when he goes to heal him, he won't be able to heal that much. So through attrition, you should probably be able to kill him. But there's also a hard cap on how much health you can possibly drop their max HP. So it's kind of a trash set. And here's the thing, guys. A lot of these 4-set gear sets are... I don't want to say that they're trash. Well, that one is definitely trash. But I don't want to say that the rest of them are trash. All of them have a niche. A niche location or use. That one does not. Kind of, you could argue that it does, but it really doesn't. Just because it has a hard cap and it's 4 pieces. If it was a 2-piece set, then absolutely, I think it would be fantastic. But because it's 4 pieces, guys, that's a problem with a lot of these sets, is that they're 4 pieces, so it takes up 4 of your slots. So you're not getting enough bang for your buck, in my opinion. So let's move on. Toxic set. It's another 4-piece set. It's another set that's really not that great. If this was a 5% poison, then it would be worth it. But as of right now, it's a 50% chance. So this is a 4-piece set, taking up 4 slots to get a 50% chance every time you hit to place a 2.5% poison debuff. Yeah, so we're gonna move on. All right, so the next one is actually useful in a lot of cases. Actually, anytime your character gets frozen, there is a 20% chance to freeze the attacker. So that's really handy, especially when you have a character that throws out provokes, or if you have some champion that this is also really good and annoying on healers because you really want to kill the healer. So when the healer's wearing a frost set and you run up to smack him and then your guy gets frozen, that's really a pain in the butt. Just so you know. Not I'm not advocating that you should put your healers in frost sets. I'm just saying that's really annoying. So anybody who you know that's going to be attacked a lot, I mean, all your guys are going to be attacked, obviously, but the ones that are going to be targeted most, which are going to be your healers or your provokers, this is a really good set to put them in. It's only a 20% chance, but I'm telling you, it will happen in the most opportune times. It will win the game for you. Days, this is one of those trash sets. Again, because it's 4 piece, it's 25% chance to place a sleep debuff. Yeah, so is sleep? Who cares? Sleep is the fact that if you've got a team that are all single targeting, you know, champions, and you design a team around it, that's the problem. If you're taking a 4 piece set and then you've got to design a team around the set, it's just not worth it, guys. And speaking of trash sets, we've got the Avenging set, which is a 4 piece set, and it's a 30% chance to counterattack when hit with a critical hit. Okay, so there's another set that just gives you a chance to counterattack. Period. It's a lower chance than 30%, but still, yeah. The Avenging set. I mean, unless it's an arena champ and you're in higher ranking arenas, because most people that are in higher ranking arenas, their main DPSers are all going to be at 100% crit rate. So unless you're in that category, that's the only time this is going to be a useful set. But the problem is, by the time you're in that category, you've got really good other sets. So, yeah, I wouldn't waste my time, guys. Stalwart set, really good for your dungeon teams. So as you're building up your roster, and you just want to have a team that's dedicated, or champions that are dedicated for defeating dungeon bosses, this is a really good set for that. Like I said, it's a niche set. It's a 4 piece set, and it's a minus 30% damage taken from enemy AOE attacks. It's also good in clan boss. So lifesteal, I should have mentioned that lifesteal is really good in clan boss as well. So when you're fighting the clan boss and you have your lifesteal gear on, it allows you, when you take that big slam from the clan boss, all of your guys attack and they start healing themselves. So if you don't have a dedicated healer, lifesteal gear is the way to go. Something else you can do, if you do have a dedicated healer, and a really good one, then Stalwart set is a really good set to have on as well. Because in that case, you're taking 30% less damage from the clan boss, and then you have a healer that's healing you up for the damage that you did take. So, pretty good set. Pretty good set for dungeons and clan boss. All right, so let's get into it. Those are the sets that you could possibly get. We're just going to go ahead and make it easy and just stay right here. Let's see. We want to take him out and put you in. Yeah, sure. Why not? All right. So we're going to have Kel. and family, clearing the waves, which starting off, of course, we're in force affinity, so all of our mobs are red or force. All right, so let's go ahead and stop this real quick. Let's take a look at the boss. All right, so almighty immunity, what all bosses have, which is immune to stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, block cooldown skills, fear, and true fear debuffs. Also immune to HP exchange effects, HP balancing effects, and cooldown increasing effects. Then he has the Scorch. Let's start at this end first, actually. Attacks all enemies. He places a 50% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. This is his basic attack, his swipe. So he's gonna reach out and touch someone gently, gently. Then he's got the Wall of Fire, which attacks all enemies. It places two 5% poison debuffs for 3 turns. He also places a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. So poison and weaken. And then here's the Inhale. Okay, so his Inhale, which you're going to see in a minute, he's going to rear back. He's going to take a really deep breath, and his bar is going to turn blue right here. And if you don't beat the bar down, then this procs. Attacks all enemies, places a stun debuff for 1 turn. This skill will be locked and hidden again if the dragon takes enough damage while the skill is unlocked. So, in other words, when he inhales and you start beating that little bar down, if you beat down, then this will go away and he won't be able to use it. So, it's that simple. And that's why we want a poisoner in here. See the poison up here. The great thing about it when he he does the inhale and everybody beats on him, if you don't do enough damage to get rid of that bar, at the beginning of his turn, the poisons tick, and that poison can take him over the edge. So let's get into this and see what happens here. We're going to slow it down, though. So, because, yeah, these guys are going to hit hard. So he throws out, that was his A1. He throws out the weakens and the poisons and gets our guys all upset about it. Let's speed up until we get to the inhale, which should be coming right here. Alright, so he's got the purple bar, and we're going to try to beat through it. And Kale should do it right there. Yeah, so he beats it down, and so that went away, and he comes back down, and he goes back to his A1. So that's where Kale is important, or any poisoner for that matter, when you're getting into the dragon. So let's talk about what's good for dragon. So the first thing you want to do is look at a poisoner, a DPS nuker. Kale will be that until end game. Like, you can take him all the way to end game in this dungeon. Other poisoners are going to be like Frozen Banshee is a rare that you could possibly get. So keep an eye out for Frozen Banshee. You'll want someone who can throw out debuffs like decreased defense, War Maiden, very free to play friendly. Then we want also, which I don't have on this account yet, is some kind of ally protector or someone who can help absorb some of the damage that you guys are receiving when you're going up in levels of this dungeon and you're trying to. Because let's face it, it's okay if you have a hard time with a certain level because of affinity, as long as you can get past it and push past it and get to level 20. That's the one that you want to worry about. You want to worry about level 20. So we're gonna try everything we can to push past it, and that's gonna affect who you use in each battle. On my main account, when I was pushing toward level 20, my roster changed with every fight because I didn't have a big roster, but the ones I did have, they were very, I don't want to say free to play friendly, but they were I didn't well out, so I didn't have a lot of options, a lot of legendary options. Mine were all rares and epic options. So I had to switch out because I didn't have the right affinities for each battle. I couldn't just take one team all the way to 20, and you're not either. Um, that was kind of forceful. I didn't mean it like that. I meant you're probably not going to be either. Unless you well out, you're probably not going to be able to take just a single team all the way to level 20. Unless you apparently go to those Russian hackers. Then apparently Kale can do it by himself. But anyway, we'll go past that. Let's see. So you'll want some kind of. So what you're going to want to look for to help you with that is some kind of character that can do an ally protect, that can do a shield. I mean, anything, any of those things that can. In my case, I have shaman, who's doing a little bit of healing, or not healing, but rezzing. So if I do take a lot of damage, she pops them right back up. So I mean, there you've got to have someone there to help with the damage control, basically. And then you'll want someone that can speed up your team, where we have Diabolus. So make sure you farm her as well. And then if you can, get someone who can buff your team, which also is Diabolist and Shaman. So they have dual roles. Executioner, he's mainly in there just as another damage dealer. So he'll help you with waves. Because as you get up into levels, your waves are going to be more deadly. They're going to hit harder. They're going to be harder to take down. So you've got to have someone in here. He's obviously not the one. We're going to have to get someone else for that. But we're going to need someone who can deal with CCs, who can, or not deal with them, but that can throw them out, that can throw CCs out to help us control the waves. And if you're not an avid gamer, then you may not know what CC means. That means crowd control. So basically, you want to control the ads, control the little guys that come out, the waves, because they will take down your damage dealers, because your damage dealers are going to be set to deal damage, so they're not going to be very tanky, depending on who they are, or that can just help take them down quicker. There's a lot of champions out there that are good for that part. They're not so good when they get to the dragon, but they done their job by the time they get to the dragon, which is get you to the dragon. So don't be afraid to lose someone that's designed to get you to the dragon. Don't be so. Anyway, guys, let me know what your favorite composition is, who your favorite group is that you take into the to dragons, and let everyone know. And if you have any questions or anything, leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. But other than that, do appreciate you. We'll see you next time.